Hello, my beautiful dog squad. I love y'all. You guys, where are you from? Put your city, your state here in the chat. I want to know where's my dog squad from? Reality chat didn't join. Hey, reality chat. Y'all see the reality chat's one of the biggest reality bloggers, y'all. And they in here in the chat. Okay? Anywho, listen, you guys, we're about to go live on my show in a minute, so I'm going to switch up the way I'm talking to you. So listen, y'all. Hey, beautiful people. What's up, Dog Squad? Thanks for joining my Instagram Live. The doc is so happy to have y'all here. And thank you for showing my new show, True Talks, so much love. I love y'all. Listen, True Talks need to be on everyone's radar. Why? Because we cover everything, y'all, from trending stories to politics to everything. We might even cover your ass at some point. But listen, keep it together. Listen, head over to Fox Soul right now.
I love it.
You can also find us on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. for my West Coasters, all right? Today, we're going to be talking about foodie calls. Yes, that's a thing, okay? You're about to get into about to get into some really good stuff. So y'all get ready because we're going live with my Truth Avengers, Willie, Mo, Bree, straight from the A, and Ryan King. Y'all, okay? Because listen, we're going live in what, y'all? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, Hampton Rose? Love y'all.
And what's up, family? I'm Ryan Cameron, and as always, you can catch me right here 5 nights a week in the captain's chair on Truth Talks. We're back with another great episode. We got a lot to talk about. First of all, my blazer and my glasses are in honor of Kendrick Lamar. Mustard!
And it looks so good on you, Ryan.
Thank you so much.
On you.
Help me welcome Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Dog Squad? Y'all already know it's your what? It's your favorite doctor, psychology expert, life coach, best-selling author. We got a new book coming out. That's going to be best-selling again. But the most important thing is I'm here with my True Talks family, all right? And we're going to spit some gems. I'm going to get real spicy. I'm probably going to disagree with everybody tonight. But that's okay. I want y'all in the comments. Let us know what you think or what you don't think or how you feel about everything we're saying, even if you go against me. But I'm going to clap back, so be ready.
All right, next up, we got my man, Willie Moore Jr.
Greetings. Glad to be here on Truth Talks. I am the voice of faith, fun, and frustration, okay? So we're going to have a really, really good time tonight. And really why I'm here is to make sure that we just have a different perspective. Usually I'm coming from the Bible or the neighborhood. Of course, I'm from St. Louis, so preferably that neighborhood lies dormant and we stick with the Bible, flat out.
And your favorite millennial's favorite millennial, Bree Renee. Tell them who you are.
Hey, everybody. I'm Bree Renee, straight from the A. And if y'all don't know, I'm a radio, television personality, an influencer, YouTuber, entrepreneur, and so many more things. But, of course, I'm in my favorite seat of all seats, and that's right here on Truth Talks. I'm a Truth Talks host with you guys, and I'm excited to keep it real with y'all. So keep it real with us. Comment with us. Hop in the chat. Let us know how you feel about what we're talking about, whether you agree or disagree. We want to clap back. So let's get into it, Ryan.
All right, let's go.
Well, we are definitely very opinionated on Truth Talks, but we also like to have a whole lot of fun. Now, you may ask, what's this show all about? We like to call this the moment when you're in the bar and you get that first little sip of a little something, something, and you start feeling a little something, something strong, and you shine on out, and it hit you right there. But before we start, we got to give our prayers out to one of the ambassadors of faith, the one and only Bishop T.D. Jakes, who experienced a health crisis over the weekend during one of his sermons, and so prayers are going up to him. Right?
Yeah, we are really, praying for T.D. Jakes, and one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight was the blogs and so many other social media posts that put up not only about the health scare, but they actually put the actual video of him actually having that happen. I thought they went a little bit too far on that. I think, a lot of times, even on the news, they'll say, hey, this clip you're about to see could be quite disturbing. So they warn the viewers at home. I think when I first clicked on it, I was like, I didn't know what was going to happen. And then when I saw him kind of have his moment and then shaking and see everybody come and rescue him, I was like, I don't know how I felt about them putting that up. And I have seen that in the past where something is on a live stream, but somebody uses it for clickbait and also for profits. There's a very dear friend of mine who unfortunately passed away this year that she had an incident with a very famous comedian and it went viral, but only because the place where she worked, it was a live stream and they decided to take that clip and post it on their own website, and then 10 million people saw it. If you didn't see it live, you would have never saw it. But because they posted it on their website and made money off of it, I believe really they helped in her demise. I really do believe that. And I think a lot of times trying to be the first person and showing you all of these exciting things that are going to make people be triggered is a bad thing to do. I think it's very irresponsible journalism, and I wish that they would stop it.
Yeah, I think when it comes to health especially, like we have to be sensitive, and I think that's traumatic for not only others watching it, but the family members, like his children and the people that work with him, like to have to see that over and over. As soon as you open your Instagram, it's a lot. I think we have to, I'm on here for social media, but at some point we do have to draw the line.
But even for his congregation, I mean, Bishop is my bishop. And so me seeing that, I was like, I headed to one of my shows and I was damn near in tears. Hearing it and watching it, like Ryan said, it was secondary trauma for me. I was like, oh my God. I immediately went into prayer. I felt for his family. I felt for the entire congregation. I think some things we're not privy to. I think that using that, like you said, as clickbait is not that serious to go viral for that. Those aren't the viral moments.
Some things can't be omitted though. It's a live stream. I know people are doing their best to make sure people are gonna catch it, and we just live in this world. I don't think people were being malicious by posting it. I wouldn't have known nothing about it if it wouldn't have came on social media. I did read the comments. I didn't read the comments, but I knew that for the people of faith to be able to see that, people who are spiritually endowed and know the power of prayer, we just went into prayer. And shout out to Teray and shout out to Sarah. They were able to give us a beautiful update to let us know that they're trying to get him to rest, but he's trying to come back next Sunday.
He needs to rest.
All right, so let's get into it with today's hottest topics on Trending Truths. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Portia Williams is being sued by her ex-husband, Simon, for claiming he has an erectile dysfunction. Now, Simon filed a defamation lawsuit against Portia Williams. He claims he's been subjected to public ridicule and suffered severe emotional distress. Simon is calling Portia's allegations extreme and outrageous and wants to collect big damages over it. Now, I actually spoke to Simon. He and I did some business together when I had my vodka product and he had his restaurant called Time. And I said, Simon, do you post to squash the BS or do you post do you have anything that you regret? He said, no, my lawyers have no problem with me posting because I have to be able to defend myself against somebody with such a large platform. So I don't think I'm doing too much. Then he finally sent me the whole entire document of the whole entire lawsuit. So he's definitely pissed off about it, and he's going to keep on posting.
Shannon Sharp, he going to have to hit that IG Live, and then he just gonna have to let him hear. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, if it's not the truth, I believe sometimes you feed into that stuff, man. I hate that divorce has to be played out in front of the whole world, but when you're dealing with public figures, sometimes what it is, well, Simon, listen, Shannon Sharp, he dispelled the myth that he wasn't doing his thing by simply clicking IG Live.
Listen, my grandma always said a hit dog gon' holler. So if it don't apply, let it fly. I think if you really don't have ED, you shouldn't have said nothing at all and just kept it moving like, man, shawty tripping. And just
but as doing all this, figure,
making it seem like
sometimes it's not easy to stay disciplined, and just let people say what they want to say. Because there are times I've been in your comments and you cool and you're clapping back sometimes. There are times in my comments where I have to continue to remind myself of what the things I've heard of like my, mentors or people who coach me that are like, Doc, you have to either not read them or be disciplined enough to not say something. Because I'd be ready to say, then get the out of my comments and you can stop following me and don't move too slow. But then I got to check myself and be like, everybody has a right to their opinion, and they're probably a fan as well.
That's the biggest insult for a guy, though. I mean, for guys out there that's watching the show, if a woman said you would boop instead of boop, it's going to be a problem.
But it is
well,
real.
you know who is going boop right now is Neo.
Yes.
He confessed that he prefers a polyamorous lifestyle, and monogamy is just not for him. The 3-time Grammy winner had a conversation on Lemon Drop saying he's living in his truth and realized that marriage is not for him, and he never wants to get married again. Nia also says, lying and trying to be somebody I wasn't is a weight lifted off of my shoulders. You guys, do y'all think that men should be more honest about wanting to be polyamorous instead of marrying and cheating?
Hell yeah, yes. Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean, really? That's deception from the blocks. If you know you want to be with multiple women, there's women who also want to be with multiple women and men as well. You need to come off the blocks and say, listen, I'm polyamorous. Nick Cannon does it best. People want to talk about Nick, but all of Nick's girlfriends, none of them are wives, all of his baby mamas, they all know about each other. Look, half of them follow me. They ain't offended by me saying they low functioning, and I follow half of them. They all post Nick. Nick reposts all of them. And I'm not saying he doesn't have chaos in it, but he's open about this polyamorous relationship. It's not for everybody, but people have the right to design their relationship in a way that's conducive for them.
I honestly think polyamorous is for people who are looking for two people to love them like their parents didn't. Yeah. You just want two people to love you because your mama and daddy didn't. But
I like that, and I like the fact that people are being honest. I mean, but at the end of the day, I know it's children. And I know that's got to be tough, looking at your dad do all of this when you are so selfish to think only about yourself. When you got a legacy, a lineage, and a name that you're putting out there, at the end of the day, the first example of a man is going to be your son.
But then you got to look at what happened with Moneta. I mean, he convinced her to tie her tubes and not have any more children, then went off and married somebody else and had children with him. I mean, what is that saying to her?
No.
Well, let me ask
so
you
what is Neo to you, Dr. B?
He's a womanizer. He cheated on his wife, and that's why she left him. He didn't cheat once. He cheated over and over again. He's a womanizer. And now what he's doing is, as a womanizer, he's gaslighting himself and that wife to make it seem like he wants polyamorous when you never wanted polyamorous from the beginning. You wanted to be married but didn't have the discipline to do it, and your wife left you because she didn't tolerate that shit.
Maybe.
And so she pivoted from you, and now you're going and he's making these other women pay for the heartbreak that he caused to himself by saying, I want to be polyamorous. That's BS. You want to be married. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the tools to do it. So now you want to make sure you put out into the world, look at me, I want to be polyamorous because I cheated. No, you failed in your marriage. You're effed up, and that's the problem. Now you need to heal from that and not have these self-project your pain onto these women about your messed up decision making. Period.
Okay.
That's it, Ron.
All right.
I think men like this.
You almost got in there with Berlicia, though. Go ahead. What you want to say?
I wanted to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We got to go. Candace Owens is talking about something, right?
You know, Candace Owens is coming for Beyonce and Jay-Z, and she is not afraid of getting stung by the Beehive. She's accusing the power couple of evading accountability for the alleged connection to Sean P. Diddy Combs. Now, Candace says Beyonce is no longer relevant and does not have the influence she did a decade ago. She says she spoke directly to Beyonce saying, listen to me, girlfriend, because I know you watching. You don't need to text from your mama's burner account on Instagram. Whoa. If you want to start being authentic, maybe give us some answers about Diddy's party. Your husband's been close to him. Do you think Candace is wrong for calling out Beyonce and Jay-Z and their name hasn't been brought up in the case just yet?
What do Beyonce got to do with it? Now, I can see you saying Jay-Z hung out with Diddy because they're men. Maybe he was at the party, but I think she really just hating on Beyonce. How can you say Beyonce is irrelevant? Girl, bye. Beyonce is like the Whitney Houston of our time.
That's right.
Yeah, I think she's tripping.
I mean, come
Ryan,
on.
let me ask you this.
I'm over Candace.
Ryan, let me ask you. I was going to ask you this. So, as a man, right, being at these parties, do you think that you think a man could be at these parties and not be involved with this Diddy stuff?
Say it again?
You think a man could be at these parties and not be involved with this Diddy stuff?
No, I don't think so. I think, as people have talked about it, they say there's a time limit and almost like a little warning. You say, hey, 12:30, you need to be making your way up out of here.
Do you think Candace is doing this for clickbait, or you think she really feels this?
Oh, of course. I mean, she's the master of clickbait. Yeah. I mean, she knows exactly what she's doing. And as a matter of fact, don't click nowhere, because coming up, it's been one crazy headline after another with, of course, the orange cones transition and it's out-of-the-box cabinet picks. We're going to dive into the drama when we return. Keep it right here. You don't want to miss this on Truth Talks.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
And we're black on Truth Talks. This is part of the show where we discuss what's popping in the world of politics.
Yeah, definitely black.
Willie, what's the latest buzz out there in Washington?
You know, the truth is, you know Donald Trump. He done tapped former WWE CEO Linda McMahon, and he want her to be, come on, get this, the Secretary of Education.
Wow.
Now, clips of this young lady who I've known for a long time, because I used to watch that WWE.
Me too.
It done showed up now with her getting body slammed, done resurrected all over social media since this big announcement. It also includes a skit that her husband wrote where she literally hits her children. I want you to take a look.
Just remember, like you told me when I was a little girl, this is gonna hurt me a lot worse than it hurts you.
Get her! Look at this goddamn dominate! I don't think Linda can believe what she just did. I can't believe it either. Linda just...
That's
Woo! Y'all didn't watch wrestling?
I did.
Y'all didn't watch it?
What the Rock is cooking?
Shout out to Vince McMahon. She said, I'm no longer Vince McMahon's wife. I'm the new person who's over education. So here to give us more insight on yet another controversial Trump appointment. It's my brother from another mother, a prominent author, academic man, a guy who's doing some big things, the one and only Mark Lamont here. What's happening, champ?
What's up, Mark?
What's happening, family? Good to see every single one of y'all. This choice is crazy. You know, last week I thought Matt Gaetz was the craziest choice ever, and in a lot of ways it was, which is why, you know, he was forced out of the nomination process. But at least Gaetz had a law degree. Right. He was at least a lawyer. You know, now they going all the way crazy. I mean, Linda McMahon doesn't have any background in education. She doesn't have a degree in education. The only connection to education she has is that she was part of the Connecticut Board of Education, where she was being challenged for, guess what? Not having any experience, not knowing what she was doing. So there's no reason for her to be the Secretary of Education. That's the first thing. The second thing is, even among incompetent people, she's a bad choice. I mean, for decades, the WWE has been plagued by scandals. There was a recent lawsuit that McMahon enabled the sexual exploitation of children by a WWE employee. According to the suit, the employee would recruit children as ring boys to help set up and take down wrestling rings at events. But they say it was all a cover for sexual assault, which the employees would do, or the employee would do out in the open in front of wrestlers and executives. According to the filing, some of the abuse was even filmed. Now, the McMahons denied the allegations. I can't confirm they're true. I wasn't there. None of us were there. But what I will tell you is, if I had somebody who had to have any experience and they got scandals and scandals involving children, and you're trying to be the Secretary of Education and oversee all of America's schools, I just think they can make a better choice of just about anybody.
Absolutely.
Now, Mark, do you think because of what happened with Gaetz and the fact that after so much venting and vetting, and they actually went away from it and he became a distraction, do you think the same thing might be true with this, because they did turn a blind eye to the sexual things that this latest nominee has been doing as far as the abuse of minors? Do you see if enough, backlash happens that they might withdraw her as well?
No, I think that in the past, even with the allegations and the drama, Trump was willing to go to the mat for his people. I think that just new scandals came up, according to my sources, after Trump's own investigators did something. So it was like, okay, we knew you had one sexual, underage sex offense, potentially Matt Gaetz. But now my sources are saying you got a second one, so we want you to push out. That's the background. Here with Linda McMahon, he knows what he's getting. Everyone knows what they're getting. You know, Donald Trump has a long history of strong relations with the McMahon family. He's been part of WWE. You've seen him on WrestleManias. You've seen him on the mat. They were big donors to his cause. She's part of his transition team right now. So they know who the McMahons are. The McMahons know who the Trumps are. And this is what happens when you get rich, powerful people. They make sure that rich, powerful people like them get put in strong positions. And that's what you're going to see here. So I don't think there's any amount of distraction or scandal that's going to stop Linda McMahon, sadly, from being our next Secretary of Education.
And Mark, I have a question. What do you think about the black guy that he nominated to be head of the urban department? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, it's so funny, you know, up until maybe 2 days ago, Donald Trump had not hired any black people. He had literally hired more people named Doug than he had black people. I mean, it's wild, right? Now, as of Friday, he chose Scott Turner, who's a former Texas lawmaker and an NFL player to be in charge of housing and urban development. The last time around, he picked Ben Carson as his kind of resident black guy to be in charge of the same department. It's almost like he only thinks black people can be in charge of the projects.
Yeah, well, Mark, Scott has a white name too, so let me stop.
But Mark, I have a question. Is there no law or prerequisite to how these people are chosen, or has it always been where a president can just appoint whoever they want into these positions?
You know, legally he can choose who he wants, and by precedent, it should be with the guidance of the Senate. That has historically meant that the president gets approval for his choices through the Senate. If it's something like a Supreme Court appointment, which is more intense, you'll see pushback. Like Harriet Miers was George Bush's choice, and she just wasn't a good enough, competent enough, experienced enough jurist to make the cut. But in general, for Secretary of Education, Secretary of Transit, whoever the president picks, they kind of approve as long as there's nothing crazy going on in the background. The problem is, we usually assume. Yeah, right. And we assume the president ain't going to do nothing crazy. I mean, there hasn't been a need. Who would pick a Secretary of Education that's never been in their schools? Who would pick an Attorney General who wasn't a lawyer? Like, these are things that you would assume people wouldn't do anyway. You don't need a law to say that. But then there's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Up next, fellas, have you gone on a first date, wined and dined her, then she ghosted you? That's called a foodie call. And we come back. You'll hear Dr. Bryant says why she likes to do it a lot on True Talks. Thanks, Mark.
That wasn't funny, Mark. That was.
Let me find out, Doc. You be foodie calling.
I mean, foodie call. At least I'm not booty calling, right?
Hey, I see ya.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
And welcome back to our show. This is for all the fellas out there. And we don't want to bring this up, but we got to. I mean, gentlemen, you've gone on a nice first date. You think you're making a connection. You took her to get a good meal. You know, she's ordering the lobster, she ordering the shrimp.
Oh my God.
And then you were like, oh my God, I can't wait for this next date. And then you never hear from her again. That's called a foodie call. That's right. The term foodie call echoes the term by Bill Bellamy, which was the booty call, which we all know is phoning somebody up late night for sex at 3 o'clock in the morning. So what you doing?
So you order the shrimp and the lobster, but you don't get to give her the shrimp. Sorry, go ahead.
We got a video, Ryan.
Hey, check this video.
Oh, you got video? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What is a foodie call?
Take a look,
Foodie call is when someone who doesn't have a main man goes out with many different people just so they can get good meals.
Have y'all ever heard that? Wait, okay, thank you, sir. Ma'am, you stand up right now. You've been
I've not just heard it, I've done it, yeah. I've been on probably 100 dates this year, and I'd say about like a quarter of them have been foodie dates.
First of all, what are you doing that you got 100 people?
I'm trying to find my husband. I'm trying to find my husband, and I'm also trying to eat. I've got like a ramen, budget and like an oyster appetite.
Damn.
Wow. Now, according to psychologists Brian Collison, Jennifer Howe, and Trista Harrick, a foodie call occurs when someone accepts a dinner date, even though they aren't romantically interested in the person, just to get a free meal. There's no sex involved, sometimes not even a little smooch on the lip. Dr. B, you act like you never heard of this. Have you?
I ain't never heard nothing like this. To me, the foodie call, that's just using somebody. You're going on a date just to get some food. Listen, sis, go feed yourself, get some solitude, get some sense of self. Go out on a date with a man if you want him. But listen, I'm also all for whatever's conducive. If these men are going to be paying for food, knowing these ladies just want to be fed, and the men don't get no, I was going to say it would rhyme with fed, head. I'm sorry, y'all. After, then that is, hey, everybody's grown at that point. I mean, do it. But I just think it's called using and manipulating somebody. I wouldn't promote that or advocate for that.
I mean, what's the difference between men doing it? They do it for sex. They take women out sometimes they don't necessarily really want to date her, but they trying to get in her panties. Yeah. And so I'm not saying I go on foodie calls because like you said, I can afford my own meals. I'll take myself out on nice dates. But I know a lot of women who have done that because they're like, well, he trying to use me for one thing, so I'm going to use him first. Ha gotcha. Got this meal and got
it all depends on where the date is going. I mean, if you trying to get in there, then you invite him over for dinner. Let me cook for you. And then that turns into,
These men are not.
Let me have you been there? Have you done it?
Wait a minute.
Let me cook for you. Let me cook for you. Let me cook for you.
Ryan the Mac.
And then, of course, oh my God, it's getting late. You want some baggy shorts? Ooh. You want a big T-shirt?
Come on.
Let me give you a massage. And then next thing you know, sloop.
Wait, hold on. Ryan, I got a question. Is that how you got beautiful patty cake?
Oh no, she came after me. She came after me.
You.
Oh yeah, she flew on Air Australia. Was like, yeah, that's your boy right there. I'm like, come on.
Well, let me tell
you. And she just sat on your lap and it was over. After
No, let me tell y'all, researchers point out that the perpetrator of the foodie call can be either a man or a woman, and it can even happen in same-sex as well as opposite-sex context. However, it usually is described as the case of a woman receiving a dinner date offer from a man and then pretending to have romantic interest just to get that nice meal at a restaurant, sometimes that she can't even afford. And it's not just Applebee's or McDonald's. I'm talking like Nobu.
Yes, that's called manipulation. And if we listen, if I'm gonna talk about men being womanizers and men not being okay to manipulate women, I'm also get on women about it's not okay to manipulate men. There's womanizers and there's manizers. Neither one of them I condone. Listen. The psychology behind foodie calls involves dark personality traits called the dark triad. It involves deceiving, manipulating another person for your own benefit, right? Which is using them, manipulation, lack of empathy, and remorse, which is part of being a psychopath, and his sense of entitlement, okay? Which is narcissism. And so again, the triad consists of somebody who says, it's all about me, it's all about what I can get, and how can I create the best scenario, whether it's me verbalizing it or pretending, so I can get what I want out of it, whether it's food or sex. It's manipulative.
You never agreed to go on a date with somebody you had no interest in. Let
me say this, Ryan. If I go on a date and I'm manipulating somebody, it ain't gonna be for no food. It's gonna be for a mortgage, a beach house, a Rolls Royce truck, something else that won't even be for a damn trip. Something that makes sense. I'm not going.
You must be like a Barbie beach house.
I'm not going for a $200 meal. Like,
who gonna take you on a $200 meal?
Oh, because that's what happened. I mean, that's a normal meal. That's a normal meal. But ladies, I gotta ask y'all this. So why do you guys get so pissed off when a man, like, he get mad and just have a big issue when it's like, man, we ain't doing nothing? It's like, oh, he's not a gentleman. When we know that there are certain ladies out there who act this way, because many of you all get lumped in the same category. The great Bishop Snoop Dogg said, women ain't ish but hoes and tricks. Yeah. But that don't apply to everybody.
Right.
But like sometimes you just don't know how to differentiate at the end of the day. So what are your thoughts?
I feel like when you're dating, you're putting yourself out there. You're being vulnerable. So we all can be the fool. We all can play the fool for love. So you have to take that chance. I think as a man, you can't go into any date expecting her to put out just because you don't want her to possibly run off with a meal. Yeah. But as a woman, like you said, if I just don't go out. You know how awkward that is to be on a date with somebody that you genuinely have no interest in. Yeah. The conversation's stale. The environment is awkward. Like, just don't go.
And then, Willie, I don't get mad when a man immediately says, I want something, give it to me. I'm actually happy. I love that because it shows me who he is.
You will see.
And then I understand that that's not what I want, so I'm able to pivot quick. I don't want to be at dinner with you 2, 3, 4, 5 times, wasting 2, 3, 4 weeks or a month knowing you just want to get in my drawers, and that's not what I want. So I like an authentic man. I never have gotten mad at a man who's like, this is what I want up front. I'm like, I love that you're so real. I'm not on that page. We're not doing that.
I'm like, oh, hell no. Who you think I am? Do I have $2 hole written on my forehead?
No, I'm good.
You got the wrong one. I am so offended if you come at me like that, because then I start to feel like, what did I give off to make you feel like you could have me and have your way?
And I love that because that's why a lot of women end up with these fairy tale ideologies. They have a disconnect between perception and reality. Their perception of, do I look like I'm this hoe? And the reality that men don't, like Willie said, men don't have to look at you like a hoe. Men just sometimes want just to have sex with you, and that's okay. And so my thing is, be okay with the man keeping it real.
Well, here's my thing. You know, some of my worst relationships, and I can say this now, have come from the fact that I have met somebody and we might have had sex on the first night, might have had sex on the third night, and then I tried to turn that into a relationship. And when I was going through all my therapy, she was like, how can you have a relationship with somebody and get horizontal with somebody? You don't know anything about them, you don't know their last name, you don't know anything about their upbringing, but all of a sudden you having sex and it's almost like you put the cart before the horse, and when it goes wrong, then you all upset. And I had to admit, that is exactly true, because the goal is, okay, we vibing, all right, take your clothes off, and so what you about to do?
Right. Man, if you a grown-ass man,
come on, Willie,
and your bigger goal is just to get in the draws, to me, that let me know that you ain't got a healthy perception of yourself.
Hello, Willie.
I mean, like, dude,
ring your bell.
Like at the end of the day, like, I believe that a lot of times women believe so much that the cooch is such a prize that men are gonna be so subjective to it that they're not gonna have some real morals. At the end of the day, if I'm going out to eat with you, I have no desire to literally jump in your drawers until I know there's something in your mind and your heart that connects with my purpose. My purpose is so much bigger than laying with you, and I don't want no bodies. I know where I'm about to go.
How you
at
gonna
the
say
end
that
of
you
the
had
day.
a song called Lay Your Body Down?
Well, that was before time.
No,
let me tell you.
You just told us the other day to stream that and go back and look at it.
Make sure you go get it. But let me show you how honest. But let me show you how honest I was in there. I told the truth. I know you heard about Tamika and Teresa, who Stephanie, Candy, Talisha, Jasmine, and Leslie too.
Damn.
It was everybody that I was talking to. And when we sung it, everybody laughed and did all of that. But the Bible says that when I was young and I was a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I threw away them childish things. So I can laugh at the person that I was, but I understand how Cass is. But I'm trying to get you to mature a lot quicker so you don't make the same mistakes I made.
So do you give that game to the young cats coming up?
Yeah, but they thinking with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm like, it's gonna cost you. I love my son. I love the fact that I have a son that's 21 years old, but I had that baby out of wedlock. And so I know this woman for the rest of my life. True enough, God stepped in, made it all good, but you don't want to be out here at 21 years old, 20 years old, trying to take care of a child and you still a child. So I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to sitting down with a woman, having a good conversation, it ain't a foodie call to me. If we have a great conversation and don't end up in the bedroom, hey, it's fine, it's cool.
But two online studies by psychologists found that 33% of the women who were, talking about all of this, basically were saying that, the foodie call is necessary. They say that engage in a foodie call. All right, ladies, fess up. Have you had a foodie call? Go to the comments. And what do you tell the dude the next day? Or do you just ghost him, which is what a lot of people do. They'll go out, they get the receipt, and then they get the blocking.
So I've never done a foodie call, but let me say this. If I'm going to be participating in manipulating a man to do, and I want to manifest the things that I would manipulate him to do, buy me a beach house, then after he buys my beach house, he can't have a key, but he can come over and hang out and have dinner and chill. He did invest in me. I have no problem with that. But I also would let him know.
That girl went to a beach house, child.
Because I don't want to do a foodie call. I'm not doing food.
Who finna buy you a beach house and can't have a key to it?
Listen, I'm not finna tell my business, but a lot of things can be bought and they have a key too. Oh, Ryan, don't play. Ryan, I'm driving something right now that somebody don't got the key to. Ryan?
Hey,
we gotta get back.
We gotta come back. Okay, so we're gonna come back with Willie and Bree and Barbie. We'll talk about her beach house when we come back. We'll kick it up a notch. Fellas, get ready to fight back and save your coins. Because they don't want a Birkin. Now they want a deed. They want a lease.
Give me my
They want a title.
I want the beach house.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
And we are back on True Talks, and boy, this foodie call discussion is going ham. It's a not so new phenomenon where a person fakes romantic interest in somebody just to get a good dinner date. And there are many debates going on about it. Who should pay for dates in the first place? So take a look at this.
So I was asked if men should always be responsible for paying and taking a woman on a date. I mean, if you're asking her to go on a date with you, then I hope you would have the money to pay for it. But if this is someone that you're seeing regularly, then I would hope at some point she feels compelled to pay for a date here and there. I don't think I can date someone who thinks that it's my responsibility to pay for every date that we go on. And with the conversation of equality being popular now, I want you to take some of this responsibility off my plate, respectfully.
Okay, everybody with a microphone don't need to have a podcast. Evidence suggests that young daters nowadays are more likely to pay their own way, at least in the beginning, or else they do inexpensive first dates, such as meeting for a drink at a coffee shop or a bar. It's considered old school when the man pays for an expensive dinner or is seen as something their parents did, but it's not for them. So what do you think, Brie? I know you've been waiting on this. You got your face all screwed up.
Yeah, no. First of all, we don't consider that old school. We consider that, you know, not outdated, but it's like it's hard to come by men who will pay for the first date or who aren't looking for you to go 50-50, but we actually want that. We do not want to pay for the first date. We don't. don't, and especially the first few dates. And I think that we are taking this foodie call out of context, because how do you know you're really interested in somebody if you've never even been on a date with them?
Hey, let me tell you this, Bree. One of my friends, he was at the dinner table, first date with a girl. The conversation wasn't good. She had an attitude. She ordering everything. Came time to pay the check. He was like, yeah, will it be one check or two? He was like, 2. And then they were sitting there, and he was like, I already knew she was gonna blast me on Instagram, but it was $280. We going half on it. It was the worst date of my life. I said, bro, how you feel about it? He said, I don't feel no shame. We was having conversation. She the one was ordering like she was crazy and didn't have the opportunity to have a good conversation.
And that's a boy child. That's immature. That's childish.
That's not.
And the word I really want to use, we can't even. The word I really want to use, we can't use it on here. Okay? I'm not, because that is very.
That's because he was tired of the foodie
That is
calls.
very blank made. That's blank made. Yes, it is. That's blank made.
That's not itch made.
That's blank made.
I'm giving you the product. I'm giving you the product of a man who has been foodie called after foodie called after foodie called. And so now he like, finally, if you just here for that, go on roll.
Then he should have decided to not take his black tail to restaurants to feed women if he knew they was using him for his money.
Yeah.
He could have got up and said, listen, I've been on dates I didn't like, and I've gotten up. I've gotten up.
Go ahead, Willie.
No, at the end of the day, I just want to tell you, so if it's a phenomenon, you're a psychologist, so you understand there's a cause and there is an effect. So when you're dealing with women who are going with these type of motives, she might not have even been there. But after 2 or 3 times and you know that women are going to be there and they just want to go for the food, you're like, yo, it's whatever.
And there's a choice that's called yes
33% of women have done this.
Willie, there's a choice by men that's called yes, I will go, or no, I don't. So we're not going to gaslight these women who's doing foodie calls. These men also have the right to say, I don't want to go on a date with you. Or he could have got up and said, listen, I don't like where this is going. If you want to keep eating, that's on you. With all due respect, I'm going to go ahead and end the date.
But when do women take some responsibility for the actions they do? It's always like the man.
Wait, let's
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Let's talk about responsibility and accountability, right? Maybe if this is continuously happening to this brother, maybe he is the problem. Maybe you lack the good conversation. Maybe you are the one who's treating the waiter or waitresses in a weird way. Like maybe you don't have a good personality.
And you don't know how to choose
maybe
the right
you
woman.
eat like a child and is ordering chicken fingers and burgers. Yeah,
and he chooses the wrong woman. That is not the woman's fault.
I think that might be the reason why, because I have yet to see a woman go out and really enjoy herself and not want to see that man again.
And let me say this, if I'm at dinner with a man and things are going left, I'm not sitting there to be some immature prick and say, well, I'm going to sit here and just let him order all this food and then leave at the end and say 2 checks. What I say is, listen, sweetie, I appreciate it, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to cash out. And I would probably leave 20 or 40.
Yeah, I don't do that. I mean,
that's just immature.
I would never do that. I would always take the woman to my
off.
favorite restaurant. And the people knew me there.
Chops.
And then, no, not Chops. This is back when the Ruth Chris. I wasn't finna spend all that money at Chops. I was going to Ruth Chris. And I would say, you know, order your little shrimp. And then if I didn't like it, the way we have a little signal, he'd be like, Mr. Cameron, you have a phone call at the bar. And I'm like, what? He was like, you have a phone call at the bar.
Oh,
and then I would go to the bar, and then I just would never come back.
Yeah.
So who paid for it? Who paid for it?
Whoever's left at the table.
Right.
Whoever's at the table.
She would. That's really good, Ryan. But I don't know if y'all know, traditionally men with money use it as a flex to get an attractive woman on their arm, especially one that's above their pay grade. And in the end, he would be expecting sex for some dating, some doggone food, y'all. So I feel like this is where the tables have finally turned, and men just can't handle it. You be trying to use people, so now women are using y'all.
So is this like a tit for tat thing? Do we gotta go back and forth? No. Is there some way that we can mature? Now, honestly, I'll be honest with you. When I seen Jermaine Dupri get Janet Jackson, I was pinching myself. I was like, are you serious? This can happen?
It can happen.
Right, this could happen.
Then we saw Jermaine Dupri lose Janet Jackson.
I was like, what? That can't happen.
We can shoot our shot. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I think deception is wrong on both ends, right? Like, I remember sitting with some ladies, you know, beautiful ladies, just friends, people from the gym or whatever, and they was like, ooh, I'm hungry. I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and take this little dinner with this boy. I was like, dudes really doing that? He was like, yeah, they just want to be in your presence.
They do.
And I was like, okay, because I've never been that type of guy. Like, if I literally want to take you out, of course I'm going to take care. I'm going to take care of y'all. Y'all ain't going to never have to worry about nothing if I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to let y'all take care of nothing. That's just who I am. I was raised by an older father who taught you that don't go unless you can take care of everything, especially when women are present. He's 93 years old. He just taught me that way. However, I've never been the guy who was like, man, I'm trying to get you on my, and I just ain't never been there.
They do it really, and it's an ego boost for them. And as you somebody who values your body, wouldn't you rather be used for food rather than your body? Because that's what women been being used for.
For the body?
For their body.
Yeah. But I think,
you know, they lay their body down for me.
I think we need to just shift it up to just kind of letting women know, listen, if you don't want to be dealing with the man, you don't have to go on a date to pay for a $50 meal to deal with some BS.
So what's the most a man has ever done for y'all?
Like
without ever getting horizontal?
I will say, in my younger days, especially when I was waitressing, I did run into a lot of older established men who were very honest. Listen, you're very beautiful. I would love for you to attend this event with me or come to and go to dinner with me. And I would go and wouldn't have to, and it exposed me to a different level of dating, and it kind of showed me what I deserved a little bit more as a woman. So I think it's nothing wrong with it. I didn't go into it to manipulate them. I went into it because they wanted.
What's the most they've ever done for you was the question.
They paid that big bill that one time.
I done had bills paid, and they didn't even come to the house. Mortgages paid, car notes paid, tires bought. I done had all that, and they didn't live or drive them cars.
I mean, if you're making that money, it's like you're inviting somebody into your world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for some people, it's like one of my friends, he spent $15,000 in the last 2 months on a girl he just met. Ooh. But I mean, he's making a substantial amount of money. He was like, nah, I fly her in every other weekend so she can be in my space, so she can do that, like this, that, and the other. And when he told me that, I was like, you've only known her for 60 days. But he said, I enjoy bringing her into my space. Yeah. I mean, if it work, it work. If it's not, she was worth the investment because we enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, and they might like each other's personality. It's an exchange.
15 in 3 months. I'm sorry, big dog.
Listen,
I know you watch.
I ain't even gonna answer the question because I'm single and there's still a lot of really good friends I have that do a lot of nice things for me now. So I'm just gonna go and do.
She quiet as a church mouse.
Have you gone to that Barbie dream house yet?
They watching it.
Mm-hmm.
She is not incriminating herself at all.
I'm driving something that Ryan knows that the person don't have a key to. So listen, this tells me that the traditional dating scenario is no longer viable, and men who feel they can only attract women with offers of expensive dinner dates may need to rethink their strategy if they want to avoid being taken advantage of. Willie, to your friend.
Yeah, I don't think it comes down to money. I think it comes down to straight up hustle and how crazy the dating scene has gotten. So it's a little, like I said, I've been on
What's your example?
I've been on these extravagant dates, but like I said,
talk about your situation, Bree.
What?
Come on, talk your talk.
But I like him. I went on a date to Chicago. I was flown out. Beautiful restaurant.
You got flew out?
I got flew out. Beautiful restaurant, beautiful game. It was beautiful, but like I said, I genuinely like him. So it wasn't like I was using him. And I think that he knows that. I don't think he's not the type of guy that would do it if he didn't feel the genuine attraction there. Yeah. So I think you should maybe vet the situation out a little bit first, have more phone conversations and stuff like that to get to know them. FaceTime.
And I think women should date and they should be a little more quiet and silent with the way that they move so that they can move in the way that they want to move. I think that men appreciate the maturity of a woman who knows how to show up and show out in a way that is serving him and not having to be serving the public.
Dr. B, I got to ask you this. How can a man avoid not getting into a foodie call?
I mean, back to what I think Ryan said, even if you're playing about it, say, let's go have ice cream or have coffee and see what she says about that. You can play with it to see her response. And if she's like, hell no, then maybe you're like, all right, you know, maybe it's a foodie call. If she's like, cool, I've had guys who I have went to coffee with the first date. And these guys have done in the 6 figures of things for me. So if a woman likes you, we rolling for coffee or tea. We trying to get to know you to see if we still want to deal with you. And I'm a woman who has a very high maintenance. I do very well for myself.
No.
And
you gotta be
I'm saying
kidding
I would go,
me.
and I would go to coffee. I would go for a walk on the beach. You know what I mean? But listen, let me be upfront about, y'all listen, be upfront about your dating intentions, prioritizing, you know, casualty, inexpensive first dates like coffee or drinks.
Yes.
Pay attention to the red flags like excessive focusing on fancy restaurants early on and clearly communicate your expectations, y'all, about splitting the bill. I'm not gonna split the bill, but y'all can. Now, if someone seems overly interested in trying, you know, the best new spot before getting to know you, it might be a sign of a foodie call. And remember, it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say no to something if it doesn't feel right, y'all. Y'all gotta be okay with that. Stop reacting to despair.
You know what? And she didn't say this part, but if you want to walk on the beach with her, it has to be in Ibiza. Okay.
Yes.
I'm so glad.
That's Doc
I'm happily
approved.
married. Up next, we're going to end our show with an opinion that y'all are thinking, but is seen as unpopular. We have an unpopular opinion coming up. You don't want to miss this. Walk on the beach.
In Ibiza.
In Ibiza.
As you walk around her beach house.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick during the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
And welcome back, Truth Tellers. Have people call you a hater for not going along with the crowd? Are you that person at the cookout that always has an opinion that everybody disagrees with?
That's you, Ryan.
Then good. You're in the right place. Just saying out loud what most people are scared to admit.
Now, in today's unpopular opinion, I want to know this. Why do women have those long, beautiful eyelashes that don't actually look real all the time, but it feel good in my sha-na-na? Some of them are a little too heavy and a little, you know, pretty heavy for them eyelids. Like, what in the world looks good to you guys? Are the eyelashes too long for you, Brother Ryan?
It's too much, man. I mean, I think when somebody asks you about the eyelashes, you know, I was out with somebody and we were just having a conversation, and then, you know, after the conversation ended, she just flew away.
Shut up, Ryan. No, she didn't.
Flew right off. I was like, she ain't even got to call no Uber. Her eyelashes was that long.
Hey, if she flew off, I'd have went and
Why do you like that?
I love them eyelashes.
Why?
I can't stand a woman who got bald head eyelashes. Eyelids. Like if your eyelids bald head, I like the individual ones. I like the individual strips.
Willie,
I like
Willie,
all
do it like
of
this.
that.
How Willie
Like
do
it's
it?
just something about
How
it.
like
It just brings something. It's
do.
sexy to me.
It do.
Huh? I like them way out there. You hear me? I like them the back like this right here. I want to see them when I pull past you in your car and I see your profile. I want them joints to have his own
So you
bitch.
want them to say hello
Yes,
first?
I do.
No.
Ladies,
Hello.
any man who don't like that, they don't understand that fashion, but I do.
Yeah.
Let's get that out the way.
love that. You
I love
Really
them
comes
eyelashes.
from a makeup background, but he supported all of the makeup for one of his former people, so he know all about all that. All I care about is how you look when we are talking and having a good conversation.
right.
And if I can't see your eyes, and all I'm worried about if you're gonna fly a damn way, then we don't have no conversation. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. That's the way I am.
No, Ryan, you gotta get with the times.
Ain't no
I'm
times.
with you, Willie, because without eyelashes, I look like a Mexican boy. Okay, I need them eyelashes. I do.
Wait a minute. Okay,
No, you
I can see it. I can see it.
You can see it. I look Hispanic. Like my name is Iglesias. No, seriously, they They do. They help bring out your. You're right. They help bring out your features. They make all of my features like so much darker and beautiful and more exotic looking. Yeah. When you have on makeup, they bring the makeup look together. Like it just is a pop. Now if you on a
I like eyeliner.
See, and I'm with Ryan. I'm with the old school. When I don't have, like I flew in today to the airport, I had no makeup on, nothing. And one of the guys was at my show on the train. He goes, Doc. I say, hey. He said, dang, like, I ain't gonna front, no disrespect. Like, you look so pretty with no makeup, with none of that stuff on, none of that stuff. And I said, oh, thank you.
Hey,
and I appreciate a man who says, baby, I like you with no makeup. I like you with your hair natural.
And I tell you that all the time, too.
Hey, let me be honest with you. Let me tell y'all something. One time I was dating this young lady, and then she, I knew how to take it off, like for her. So, cause she spent good money on them. Like these expensive ladies, I understand. So literally, like at night, we'll grab right here. I just take them off and I put them there. And you some nights you might, get on a little something, and then you come back think it's a roach or a spider on there, scare the hell out of you. But guess what? I love it all. Like, I think so many people, like, y'all underestimate this beauty thing. Don't get me wrong, Doc, I seen you when you got off the train. Beautiful woman, strong. But when you put them eyelashes,
how you see me? You pick me from the airport?
No, when I just seen you come into the situation.
Don't tell the business.
No, you was hugging somebody. We gonna talk about that. We're not gonna put that on live TV. Hallelujah, another show. But in any event, I seen you like that. But I don't care about the makeup, but don't come with your eyes bald head. Miles Monroe, let me tell you something. Miles Monroe, his wife used to wake up. He wakes up at 5 o'clock. She would wake up at 4 o'clock. Get herself together because she realized that the image that her man seen, she was something that she always wanted to be beautiful.
But you know what? You can get the individual. You don't have to do all that. You can get the individual lashes that always stay on, and they just make you look presentable at all times.
I know men
I can do no makeup.
Have never seen their women without makeup.
That's great.
But you
They're
can
wide.
do no makeup.
I ain't worried about makeup. Put some eyelashes on.
Like I never seen it with a natural face, and I think that's very misleading.
That's crazy.
That's
Let me say to your point though, Willie.
That's catfish.
I haven't broke up before my man to put the eye thing on, but I have gone to sleep with my makeup on. Like at the beginning of dating, I'll go to sleep with the makeup on because when I wake up, I look the same. Yeah. And I've had, swear to God, men be like, yo, like, did you put makeup on? I go, no, I didn't put none on. Because I wasn't lying. I didn't wake up and put it on. It was already on. And he's like, dang, like, you look the same. You're so pretty. I'm like, thank you.
As long as them eyelashes hidden.
I'm fine with no makeup. I will literally, if y'all see me 90% of the time, I have no makeup on. But I'ma always have my eyebrows done, my lashes done, and some lip gloss. That's all. If you bad, that's all you really need.
But we've seen both of y'all with absolutely no makeup on, and y'all are very beautiful women. So I'm always going, I don't know why. And then we've had conversations with people that like, I don't know why. So I understand that it's something that you want to do, but y'all look great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enhance me. Go on, put them on for me. I'm going to let you know. I prefer it.
Pray for my feelings.
And will.
Okay.
I had a lady come over to your house back when I was married. I used to have a lady come over once a month or once every 2 weeks. I think she used to come, and I would know when I seen that little Honda Civic that we was gonna be all right. Cause she'll go in there and do them little individuals, and they gonna be good. They spent nice little pretty penny for them too.
They are a little expensive, and you gotta get them filled in like every 2 to 3 weeks. But did y'all know that men are getting eyelash extensions now?
Too much.
Okay.
Too much.
That's where we draw the line.
Let's get that out the way.
That's 3 much.
That's
one more than 2. Like, what would be the reason for them doing something like that?
They want to wake up like we do in the morning and go, hi, like Willie said, hi.
The weird thing is men are usually the ones with the real long eyelashes. Like, I got these real long eyelashes. All my boys have them.
Yeah, my brother Shane, he has these beautiful, they curl up. I'm like, oh my God, baby, I love your lashes.
Yeah, Willie, you do have really long lashes. If I had your lashes, I might not get extensions.
It's all good. You'll still need to put a little something on them.
See,
I like them to be a little long.
Lashes.
He said long.
Let me tell y'all, this the part.
Ryan, are you gonna get some lashes, boo?
Nah, I'm good.
I
appreciate y'all. I can look at my lashes every morning.
The lashes are overshadowed.
You don't want to fly away from patty cakes?
No,
hey, let me tell y'all something. If the woman kiss your neck right here and she bat her eyes right here and it hit your ear right here, boy, you gonna feel a tingle that go all the way down your spine. You think she flying away, but she trying to take you to ecstasy. Come on, somebody. I like when she blink right there and come on right here. Boy, don't play with me.
What about when she a little bit lower and the eyelash hit that inner thigh?
Well, the views of Bree may not be the views of Willie Moore Jr. on live TV. Let's get that out the way. I got kids watching. Hey, y'all. But definitely right here.
Set you up.
It happens. Let us know what y'all think, y'all. Are y'all for lashes or no lashes on your ladies? And ladies, do you feel like me? Are you willing to go without the lashes? Because I can't do it. Let us know in the comments. Weigh in and let us know how you feel.
Yeah, because Willie, you be mad at me because I wake up, Ryan Mayer, so we can't use you, be another man be in love. I wake up bird's nest, no makeup, very natural, skin care, SkinCeuticals, glowing. Yeah. And I wake up, hair up here in the ball, and I'm like, good morning, Daddy. And I
You say what? What you say?
Good morning, Daddy. Good morning. And I have these pretty hazel eyes. I don't need eyelashes. I'm like,
But
hey,
Dr.
Daddy.
B.
And I ain't never met a man that didn't say, hey, baby,
Dr. B,
you hungry?
all I'm saying,
what you need?
All I'm saying, sis, is that if you want to do it, I'm not opposed to it. It's not required for you to do it every single day. Right. I love this beauty, and I love what you do too. Like some men will be like, well, I don't like all that, and I don't like all that, and they put some, but men don't understand that women are looking on social media. They seeing other things, and you guys have some silent cries that we don't necessarily understand. So if you want to beautify and do some different things, baby, run your play. I ain't got no problem with it.
But if you went on a date with a man who had his lashes
I'm
done,
never
then
going
what?
on a date with a man who wear lashes. I can see it from far away. But the thing is, if you take care of your natural beauty, it will enhance it and stuff. You can grow your own lashes.
But I want to say this to the ladies. Listen, embrace your natural beauty. A man who really loves you, gonna want you with or without the eyelashes. One person you got to make sure that loves you is you. If you love you, it don't matter what anybody else thinks. Stand in that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, that's all we have time for today. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. right here on Fox Soul. You can follow us on IG at True Talks Fox on our old personal handles. See you tomorrow for some more candid conversations. Thank y'all for joining us.
Good
night.
Yo, free to let you go right now.